Oh, what's up, Kev?
What is he saying?
Let's go back to one of your places or something. I don't know, man. That's Chad that did that, or Jason, I guess.
Jason did that, but what is he saying? Anyway,
I'll have to
we're here to
ask them.
talk rumors.
Yeah,
Welcome to
man.
TMZ.
Yeah, microdose version. No, I saw this. I was just perusing, and I never go to fish rumors anymore. I used to fishrumors.com. I never
You
do it
live
anymore.
there. You
I
used to live
used
there.
to. I used to. Now it's kind of like with Twitter and everything, you get better, more accurate information distilled in real time. So I don't know how accurate this information is, but right on the top, they have two rumors. They have a West Coast in early summer, right, with Bend and the Gorge, which that's not what we're here to talk about. It's interesting. I don't know if that's going to happen. But then summer part 2, they have Baker's Dozen again. The Baker's Dozen 2 on the same exact days as it was back in 17.
And isn't an anniversary is next year? No, because it would be some weird, like the 8th anniversary. It isn't like it's the 10th
No,
anniversary or
I don't think.
something.
I mean, the calendar's repeating so that like July 22nd, I think was the first, or 21st was the first day, is a Friday again.
Okay.
So the ways the
So
days
that
line up.
tells me that's way too convenient, and that's somebody just looking at a calendar and being like, "This makes sense."
Right.
That's my first red X against this, I guess.
Right. But so I don't know if we should really speculate on if it's going to happen, but maybe if we would want it to happen. Because when I saw that, I was kind of, listen, I'm a huge Baker Dozen stan. I went to all 13 shows the first time around, and I think it's a top 5 moment in the band's history, the whole history. Right.
Mhm.
Obviously, like Big Cypress, I think is number one. There's other ones. I don't want to get into the nitty gritty, but like it is a monumental thing. I don't think I would want it to do that kind
Metallica
of.
was even amazed.
Dude, everybody was, but I don't think I would want to do that kind of residency again. I would much rather have like a traditional festival, I think.
Well, what didn't it say something about Nashville?
Oh yeah. Yeah, I had a Nashville and then Alpharetta and then Bakersfield. And
That's
that's
the
how they
warm-up shows.
right, that's how they did it in 17 too. They had Pittsburgh, I think, and Chicago. Remember that
Right.
Chicago Simple
I know I didn't.
Northerly
I
Island?
believe you.
Yeah, it was great.
I've heard about it. People talk highly about it. Doesn't beat Penn State 97, I tell you that much, having never heard it.
Well, you listen, you're a connected guy. You had some sources out there. What have
I
you
heard
heard?
I heard somebody say that the idea was to do a Baker's Dozen in Boston instead of New York,
Right.
which you brought up several points that's fucking crazy talk, right?
Well,
So
for one, and I think the most is Trey lives in Manhattan, and I think the whole lure of MSG, really, I hate to say it, is one of the biggest things is the convenience for them and for Trey. And I think he ultimately makes that decision. He's like, "Fuck, I want to sleep in my own bed," and I don't know. MSG
right,
it invites great performances. They've had some incredible shows, but it is really fucking expensive for
but
one.
right.
What?
Well, my question is, they never tried to redo Big Cypress. I mean, that's something you could redo again if you were trying to go back and say, "Hey, look, we did this before. Let's do it again." Why are they gonna? It's almost like regression
Right.
instead of a new thing that you know.
Yeah. And that's not their style. They're always looking forward. I actually thought with like New Year's getting canceled last year that it was actually a perfect setup to bring back a New Year's festival. Right? Not even saying recreating Big Cypress, but like doing
Go to
a
Indo or something.
right, India or whatever, and doing the New Year's Eve festival. And so if they were to repeat anything, that I think would have made the most sense. Doing a 13-night residency in an arena in Manhattan again,
In the
you know,
summer.
in the summer. I don't know, man, but I loved
When
it too.
I think maybe part of it is the logistics of I keep saying that I think a lot of bands that are on the higher tiers, widespread above, are going to stick to residency things. The
Right.
fans come to us. We're going to do 4 nights in Chicago. We're going to do 4 nights somewhere in the South, 4 nights somewhere out west,
Sure.
and that kind of thing. And maybe Fish buys into, I mean, Fish always
That's
has,
what
they
they
do the 3
do.
nights, right? But maybe something like this is, hey, Harry Styles sold out 17 nights. Let's try this again.
Yeah, maybe he has like maybe maybe the Harry Styles thing, if they do it, would have
Maybe
played
they
a
need to do a double dozen and do uh the shows out in LA and shows at MSG.
yeah. I think no matter what they end up doing, they would definitely reface it. I don't think it would be called the Baker's Dozen.
And would
Like
it
it
be no
might be an
repeats?
extended residency at an arena, but I don't think it would be a rehashing of something they've already done. I think it
Right.
would be
Would it be no
reinventing.
repeats again too?
Oh, I think that definitely is on the
Baked
table.
into it, so to speak.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, like that's almost become a part of tours. Well, not, you know what? I take that back. This past summer, it wasn't. This past summer, we had a shit
Yeah,
ton of
they
repeats.
nailed us with sand.
Yeah,
Lots of they
10
sandbagged
cents.
us.
That's first world white guy problems. Man, I got
Yeah.
fucking too many sands this summer.
And after the Deer Creek one, it was all downhill. So.
Yeah. I don't know, man. I feel like no repeats is definitely doable. I feel like a long-term residency at a venue is not out of the question. I'm a little suspect about the fact that this rumor's calling it a second Baker's Dozen, and I'm a little suspect about the idea of doing it in New York with everything. You know, I don't want to be like one of those COVID, like, you know, where everything's about COVID. But honestly, like that's a big fucking thing still. Like it's not, you know, it's not nothing.
I got a question. If they don't do the Baker's Dozen Redux, do we get something to acknowledge the 40th anniversary?
I think so. I thought a festival.
A
Right.
festival, right? At least a long, cool woman in a black dress, maybe to open summer tour or something.
Yeah. You could just go old school the whole time. Bring it late 80s, early 90s.
There you go, Llama. Good answer.
We're paying attention to the chat.
They were just throwing tickets on the ground by the last night.
What, at the end of the
now that would be
dozen?
that's a cool idea. I don't know why Llama doesn't come on these things with his brilliant ideas. But one night each album played, that would be a really interesting thing. One set of hits and one set of the album, but then you'd have to do repeats because you'd play everything with the
No, you wouldn't have to do repeats because they got enough songs that aren't on albums to do a set. So you'd have an album set
to do 13 sets.
Yeah.
You think they have enough non-LP songs?
Yeah. Yeah, between covers and
so
Fish
basically
originals.
It would be a cover set. There aren't that many Fish originals.
I think I hate that idea though, personally, because like
you don't know what album you're getting until the last
Right.
night, and then the last night you're like, well, it's Lawn Boy tonight.
Like, oh, I got Big Boat Night. Like, what the fuck?
Dude,
Why?
you told me it was Shanta.
What's going on here? This is terrible. What the fuck? I've already toast. There's no way out. I'm stuck here.
Fuck me.
Fuck me.
Oh man. I don't know where to go, but that's great.
How about we get out of here? Do you have any last thoughts about the Baker's Dozen or this rumor? What are you buying it or not? Buying or selling? Let's start it there. Or
I'm
leave
selling.
It there.
I'm selling.
Yeah, 100%.
I'm selling that, and I'm selling one Billy String showing up tonight, even though there's a photo circulating. It seems too convenient that there was a Trey Goose photo at Radio City, and now there's a Billy Strings photo outside of the Patriot Center, but that's a rumor for another day.
Yeah, maybe tomorrow.
Maybe tomorrow. Thanks, guys.
All right, thanks. See you next time. Like and subscribe.